Now, religious and traditional leaders across Africa are meeting in Banjul for a 3-day training organized by the African Center for Democracy and Human Rights Studies. The capacity scheme is anchored on engaging participants with the African Commission on Human and People's Rights, as well as regional and international human rights mechanisms. As we hear in this report by Ibrahim Jallo, organizers aim to strengthen the capacities of religious and traditional leaders in upholding human rights for a peaceful and progressive society.
The African Center for Democracy and Human Rights Studies is seeking to strengthen capacities and ideas of religious and traditional leaders in the protection of human rights in Africa. Dr. Nana Boshia is one of the facilitators of the capacity building program. He said the move is a crucial enabler in shaping the mindset of leaders to evolve from tradition to transformation.
This discourse now is about revisitation of who we are, the African person, and generally who they are. But it doesn't stop there. It's a much more complex discourse we have. Whereas this workshop seeks to look at how religious leaders and traditional leaders will protect rights.
Religious and traditional leaders play a crucial role in building peace, leveraging their moral authority and deep-rooted connections within communities to foster reconciliation and unity. Your influence extends beyond spiritual guidance. As you mediate conflicts, promote dialogue, and advocate for justice and human rights by drawing on cultural and religious values.
Leaders of different religious and traditional domains applaud the initiative and deliver solidarity statement calling for unity and tolerance in reflection of the true African values and traditions.
You are influencers of community attitudes. You have a role in shaping public opinion and also in promoting the virtues of peace, tolerance, and inclusivity. These are elements which the IEC places a premium because we are committed to organizing inclusive, peaceful, and credible elections. And we would count on you, especially the religious and traditional leaders, to help address an issue which is of a major concern to us.
Whatever our definition of being African means, it means we cannot separate being religious from being African. We would be discussing from the context of tradition. I mean tradition as in the context that you are not the first set of people who are religious. There were people who were before you. So you are building on the foundations that have already been built. You're going to be discussing, all of us, from the perspective of experience. Here in Gambia, Christians are the minority, together with African traditional religion adherents. But hey, here in the Gambia, we do not define ourselves by you being a Christian or you being a Muslim. We define ourselves by you being our neighbor. And so we want to discuss with our neighbor and we want to share our experiences as neighbors.
Hamad Nkeba, the Gambian Minister of Lands, Regional Government and Religious Affairs, said Africans need to think around the good old days of the African continent, when peace, unity and tolerance were strongly observed. He said this consultation workshop is critical in achieving the desired goals.
In Africa, we need to go back to find out what's wrong. And I think that fundamentally, there is something wrong. If Europe can stabilize, America can stabilize to an extent, and Asia can stabilize, Africa is still struggling even to see how it's governing itself. I think that's a serious issue that we need to interrogate. 200 years ago, our people were living in peace. They were not divided on religious ground, not on tribal, not on language. They were together. They live under big trees, bantabad. They sit down, they make decisions. They go to bed, they come down and discuss things, issues around them. They have community systems of managing all crises. Why don't we go back to history and try to teach ourselves how we manage our societies, how we manage ourselves?
The 3-day consultation and knowledge sharing forum is expected to pave way for a more inclusive, united and tolerant African society. Ibrahima Diallo, GRTS News.